It is The Riot on RadioU. This is our podcast. Congratulations on finding it.
Woo!
Oh, the fun you'll have. So today in the podcast, we talk a lot about urinals.
We do. It does come up.
And you know what? It's an important discussion. It's something that needs to be talked about.
It's an international item in France, and it could be problems in other areas, too.
We talk about earbuds.
We do.
Thanks to Jake's email or Facebook message. You know what? I didn't put this in the podcast, but I will tell you, depending on when you get this, later today, at some point, I'm going to be streaming on RadioU's Facebook page. We're going to take a look at dead cells.
So you can watch Obadiah Plays, which is a lot of fun. You can hang out with him while he plays the game and learn a little bit more about it.
Let's see. What else is in the podcast? I can't remember because I closed it out.
Did you? Let's see. What else? Did you include Burger King?
Nope.
Did you include McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay, so we talk about McDonald's, one of their new sandwiches.
And the Ghost of Breakfast Pass.
Everything else will just be a surprise.
Yeah, so you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Nikki and I will just be here dreaming up our next podcast.
And we can't wait till we talk with you again.
It's The Riot.
What's worse than finding grounds in your coffee? Finding grounds in your coffee while listening to The Riot. It's the Worst of the Riot on RadioU.
I know that this is going to sound weird, like some kind of a spooky ghost story, right?
Okay.
But I got in my car this morning, and I'm driving into the radio station like I do, and I was maybe halfway here.
Yeah.
But I was really still kind of like in Nowheresville on my way in, and suddenly it just came over me. And that was just the smell of cooking sausage. It was just like, it just hit me. Like, I smell sausage. I want a sausage sandwich. I want a sausage biscuit.
But you were still in nowhere area.
There was nowhere they could have been
from?
cooking sausage, Nikki.
Where did it come from?
Where did the sausage smell come from? And I swear it was in my car for like 10 minutes. Like the spirit of a dead pig that had been
rising back
fried
to
up
get
somewhere.
You. Well, they say our
Drifted
mind
in.
is a powerful tool. So if you had been thinking about it in your mind, what if your mind just brought up the smell?
My mind was like, we want sausage. So like my stomach hit up my brain said, we want sausage. My brain said, he's never going to go for it.
But if he smells it.
Your stomach's like, it's fine. You have the power to create the smell. Make him smell it.
And then that's what happens. Or someone randomly, if there happened to have been a house nearby.
I don't think so.
But that would be very odd. And if they were like airing out their house at the 4 a.m. with sausage, it seems very weird.
I don't know. I just know that a solid 5 to 10 minutes, I could just
smell it.
Smell sausage. I mean, it was just sausage. And I was like, what is going on?
What's wrong with me?
What have I done to deserve this?
It's not a bad thing.
Well, it is when you can't have it. I didn't have time. There was no sausage time. If I had time, I would be eating a sausage biscuit from McDonald's
right now. But you're right. That was spooky.
Not even a question about it. But there was no time. I would have been late. It couldn't have happened. But, man, to just be sitting there and suddenly to have... And, again, there'd be a lot of places where it would make sense. But I was alone. I'm in my car.
Just driving. No houses around.
All of a sudden, the sausage smell... What? What is happening?
We know it. It's your mind.
If Nikki sounds a little bored this morning, it's because Obadiah is still talking.
Too much talking.
It's The Riot on RadioU.
Talking.
It is The Riot on RadioU. That disturbance I felt in the sausage force...
Then this
must be it.
This is exactly. You knew ahead of time coming in that there was something along these lines.
It's amazing that I'm so tied into the fast food state of this nation that my body began to communicate to me about what was happening.
So maybe you were smelling sausage on your way into work this morning because they are now testing the McGriddles French toast breakfast sandwich from McDonald's.
Guys, if you saw this, it looks so good.
But it will look nothing like this actually in person, but you have to be in Minnesota if you want to try it. 2 on locations in McDonald's, Minnesota land are trying basically it's a McGriddle, but it has French toast.
Does anybody who lives in Minnesota that's listening right now that owns a private jet want to go and buy this and fly it over?
I think we're asking for too much. If we say, hey, is anyone in Minnesota who wants to try the sandwich, send us a picture, let us know how it actually looks. Is that more practical?
It might be, but that doesn't involve me getting to taste it.
So basically, it's a brioche bread. We love brioche bread.
Brioche. Come on.
It is delicious.
Come on.
Cinnamon, vanilla on the bread, and then, you have sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Sausage and bacon, guys.
You can have both.
Both pigs.
Both sides.
Could just be the same pig.
So, again, that is testing from McDonald's in Minnesota. What's the chicken one that I always liked?
The chicken McGriddle?
Yes.
That's a good one.
I think I like that more than the regular McGriddle.
Yeah, I could see that. That's good. Like, that's still a thing. And you know what? A lot of times I don't get the McGriddle when I go because I eat on the cheap when I go on there.
Sure.
Though I will say.
Is that the deluxe breakfast?
Yeah. It's
too much.
If I get a sausage biscuit, or sausage McMuffin, it's $1. If I get a McGriddle, it's $3.50.
That's a big difference.
I mean, Nikki, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of food.
Who's got that kind of cheddar?
That's too much.
Mm-hmm. But the flip side to that is, man, you get a McGriddle, folded egg, sausage, cheese. You're in. Just have a seat. Oh, you're driving, but you're in for a real treat.
So for this, if you've always liked French toast, it could be better.
You know what? I don't like French toast.
I always think I will, but
I don't dislike French toast, but I never in my life have said we should have French toast.
Now, we'll eat the brioche bread.
Yes, we will.
You don't need to do all the stuff to it. We'll just eat the bread plain.
Oh, man, a brioche bun. You get them at Costco. It's life-changing, really.
Leftovers from the most disgusting meal you've ever had. It's the Worst of the Riot on RadioU.
I'll tell you what we need more of around here. We need more of The Simpsons.
Yeah, aw. I used to watch The Simpsons a lot.
You know, now that I'm a DirecTV Now customer, I have access to the FX app, which I believe has every single episode of The Simpsons, like, ever.
Probably.
On demand with commercials.
I guess it's still on, and it has a lot of episodes.
So many. How many seasons? 400?
I think so. The problem is there's some variations between some of the seasons.
You mean as far as quality goes?
Some you can skip, and some are just really not funny. There was like a golden time of it.
When was that? Do we know?
I don't even remember.
The other thing is they try so hard to be topical. If you went back 20 years and watched The Simpsons, would you get the jokes?
Yeah.
That's something I found. I love Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Netflix. It's a new show, new season. And I've gone back to watch some of the old ones, and I understand the structure of the joke. You know, like I get what they're doing, but they're making references to pop culture and or historical things where I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Sure.
Like none whatsoever.
But The Simpsons had a movie maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago? 12 years ago? 15? 11? Just one of those numbers. It was a while ago.
Simpsons movie.
And I just vaguely remember it being about like a pig in a silo.
11 years ago.
11 years ago. So it did have a movie.
Yeah. Did you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. I never did see it.
Well, I mean, the moment's passed.
You're not selling it.
I don't need to. I don't feel like I need to.
Well, I guess after 11 years, if I haven't seen it,
you're good.
Probably not going to happen. But they say, according to the Wall Street Journal, that they're going to make another Simpsons movie.
So the follow-up to that, 11 years later.
Why would they do that?
Well, why not? You know.
There it is. And that's how movies get made, kids.
In fact,
there it is.
That was directly from the meeting. Okay, that was 100% from the meeting.
That was not off the cuff. That was us reading a transcript of what was going down at 21st Century Fox.
They own The Simpsons. The Simpsons does bring them money, so why not?
Why make one? Why not? Okay, it's on.
So that's what they're doing.
Here's $100 million. Make a movie. So I guess they're going to make a second Simpsons movie.
So it talks about Fox's movie arm, which is 20th Century Fox. It was purchased by Disney, a part of the $71 billion merger. So the movie studio may be downsized, but they are continuing to work on some of the projects that 20th Century Fox had, and one of those included, and that's why the details are coming out, a Simpsons movie sequel.
Well.
So we'll see. It's still supposed to continue.
Do you think you'll go see it?
Not in theaters. That's asking too much.
What about a $5 Tuesday?
Maybe, yeah. If,
see, Nikki and I found a new gateway drug.
If I had the day off.
You'd go and
see it.
If you had the day off.
If I had the day off.
No, you wouldn't. If you had the day off, you just stay in bed.
Yeah, you're right.
You'd be like, you know what? I could be in bed watching my phone right now.
But if you FaceTime me from it and I can watch it while I was at home, then I don't even have to pay the $5.
You know what? Let's wait until it gets released in China. Then we'll just get you Chinese HD cam rip with hard-coded subtitles.
Thank you. I'm not asking too much.
No big deal.
That's how I love to watch movies.
Best quality.
Yeah, so that quality is all the details that they have.
All right. So I think we'll just
leave it at that.
Let's take 5.
You remember that time you started your morning with a gas station breakfast sandwich and immediately regretted it? Yeah, it's like that. The Riot. RadioU.
Now, Nikki, I have here something that as soon as I saw this, I immediately thought of you. And I feel like it feeds into my personal life a little bit. So I got something now, and then in a little bit we'll get into the other. But here we go. Did you see what they've installed in Paris?
What have they installed? Oh, yes, I have. But the bit people, everybody want them out.
Public urinals.
They're weird.
You just go up and I mean, like, it is a urinal that is just out. You're just out there.
But it's enclosed.
Okay, think about it. It looks
like a mailbox.
That's what I was going to say. Think a mailbox, but like you can. It's a little lower, so you can lean in.
It's weird.
And then it takes.
There's no door or anything.
No, I mean it's just straight up. Like here's a guy going to the bathroom, and there are all these people just walking around.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
So people around the public. I don't like that word. It's uncomfortable. Are very mad and upset, and they would like them removed.
You know what? I think that you're just being gender biased.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Am I really?
I'll tell you what I support. I support public breastfeeding and public urination. Come on. Come on.
What a man.
They're just,
right over there.
They're just biological things, medical, that have to be taken care of.
If you're saying that it's fine in the
let's
urinal.
Put a public urinal in the studio.
If you're saying that the number 1 is okay, then who are you to judge that public number 2ing isn't?
Well, you know what? The only problem with that is that I just feel like I don't want to walk past somebody sitting down.
Really? Because I don't want to walk past someone standing up.
It's fine.
It's kind of similar. Some states and cities have had, public bathrooms that have not gone so well. Mm-hmm. People trash them.
They do terrible things to them.
Exactly.
Terrible,
and so they have to
things.
Be removed. And so in it was Paris, right? These are probably going to have to go to.
Their problem is that they were like, man, people are just peeing everywhere.
That's what, and you know what? It's sad that they have that problem. So they thought it would be a help.
Literally, the idea here is like, all right, we're just going to put these things in. This is going to stop the public urination problem. I mean, people are still going to be going potty in public, but
it's in the area.
Now, instead of the whole city smelling like a toilet, we'll just have a couple of toilets around that smell toilety. Great.
Problem solved.
Yeah. So I'll just tell you, I don't think I could use the public urinal.
I can't even go on the street. No, that sounds bad. I can't even walk on the street. Walk on the street around the thing.
Tell me more, Nikki.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the Worst of the Riot on RadioU.
I want to be clear, before we get into this, that the U in RadioU does not stand for urinal.
It does not.
Even though
our last story.
Urinal talk, caller 1, you're on the air. That's where we're at right now.
Oh, caller 1.
Because here's what happened. We were just talking about the urinals in Paris. Paris.
They are public ones, and some are outraged, and some are just raged.
Oui. So, what?
Nothing.
Okay. I yesterday was at the gym, and I was getting ready to go upstairs and work out. And sometimes before my workout, I take it upon myself to visit the bathroom part of the locker room.
Okay.
And when I went in there, this guy came over and put his drank on top of the urinal, and then, used it for its constructed purpose, picked up his drink, walked away, drinking.
Now, I need a little bit more info. Okay. Are we talking reusable water bottle? Are we talking open container?
Reusable water bottle.
So like a little plastic one?
Yeah, so he didn't have an open cup of coffee.
Sure.
There was a lid on it, but the cap was flipped open. So like the...
Oh, so there could be compromise of the liquid.
Yeah. So he does that, and then I feel like this is also an important part of the story. He takes his water bottle, he's drinking about it, he walks around the corner, and then I walk around the corner and see him, and he takes his shirt off and begins flexing in the mirror unironically.
So maybe that has nothing to do with the water bottle, though. That's just his style.
It might not, but I looked at that and I was like, okay, drink at the urinal, flexing the mirror.
Well,
this person and I are very different kind of person. We're very different. We're different people.
But listen, the first one is very practical because one leads to the other. And if you maybe he's on a water thing. He's drinking a lot.
I had people that say, hey, it was just the circle of life. Water to urinal.
You're just seeing it right there.
Yeah, you're just watching the whole thing unfold. But, guys, I got to tell you what. I'm somebody that, to Nikki, I'm very gross. But
not very.
But just gross.
Just grosser.
Nikki and Eric look down on me just a little bit.
No, we do not.
He's kind of gross. We don't do those kinds of things at our house.
That's not true.
And so I want you to know that
you wouldn't do this?
I'll just tell you what, I discovered a line. I was like, I didn't even know I had this line.
I thought you would do this.
No.
You take that and put it there.
No. And that's when I realized that person's action just opened up a whole world to me about a urinal protocol that I've had for years that I've never actively talked about. And that is, you don't bring your drink to the bathroom. Now, I have been in situations where, okay, this is the big one, right? Go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Buy an enormous thing of soda. And then you need to go to the bathroom before you start drinking it because, it's only a matter of time.
Sure.
And so I won't carry my drink into the bathroom.
Where do you leave it?
Well, see, that's just it. A lot of people freaked out because you leave your drink unattended.
It could be compromised from someone else.
Okay, here's what I do. I take that drink and I either... leave it on the water fountain outside of the bathroom. Keep in mind, I never go to, when I go to the movies, there's nobody there.
Oh, sure.
So I'm just it's not like there's
the chance of someone coming by is very small.
Very, very small.
And they probably wouldn't even bother it anyways.
Right, because the people that go to the movies in the middle of the day, we're different people.
Why don't you just leave it outside the stall area?
No. You're still in the bathroom. You're still in there where they're firing up those air dryers, and there's poop particles flying everywhere.
What do you think's happening right outside the bathroom at the water fountain? This is so weird that this is a line for you.
It's a line.
Never thought it would be.
Take your drink into the bathroom. I mean, here in this building, I will say during the fundraiser, because times are desperate, I think I've maybe had my water bottle on the sink in the bathroom before. But even that is we're really on a line, guys.
It's funny to find a line.
I
didn't
even know that line existed.
He's
I had no idea.
And
there's that man's, pee cup, basically, sitting there. And I was just like, bro, you're going to put your mouth on that you've brought into the bathroom.
Plus, I mean, to me, the gym locker room is just not as clean as other places might be.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I just felt in that moment, I was just like, you know what? This is another example of me not belonging here. I'm not taking my cup to the urinal, and I'm not flexing in the mirror when I get done.
It's a different guy.
I don't belong here. I'm not a part of what's happening right now.
Think Obadiah owns too many video games?
Get us out of here! Roger that.
Well, maybe you'll think differently when... Okay, you're right. There's no conceivable scenario where anyone needs that many. The Riot on RadioU.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my MoviePass back in December of last year and had a torrid affair through the months of January, March... Oh, I've skipped February. February, March, and April. Just used it to death, saw everything, had a great time with it. The last movie I used my MoviePass for?
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War.
It's been a while.
Not because I haven't tried, but because every time I have tried, it hasn't worked.
Well, it was too good to be true for the way that it was set up when Obi was using it for MoviePass.
So I canceled last week, and I got an email last night letting me know, like, hey, you're not canceled anymore. Welcome back.
Why?
They re-enrolled me.
Why?
Because they
How
did.
can they do that?
Because they did.
Well, that doesn't work. A company can't just re-enroll you.
As a matter of fact, they did.
How? Is that in their new rules or something?
They just sent me an email to say, hey, just to let you know, welcome back.
So maybe they made a mistake.
No, because I decided to head out onto the World Wide Web and see if this had happened to anyone else. Last night, Twitter was full of people.
A flutter?
A flutter.
Because of people getting re-added to MoviePass when you canceled?
Tweet. Here's where it gets super shady. So let's say, for example, I'm someone that has the internet glued to their brain.
Yeah.
So, of course, I got the email, and I actually read it like 3 times. I was like, wait, am I reading this right? Did they just email me and tell me that they've signed me back up? That means they're going to charge my credit card in a day because yesterday was my last day as a MoviePass subscriber.
Yeah.
I'm like, something is super shady about this. So I read it multiple times because I thought, this cannot be right. It just can't be right. It is.
Well, no, it's not right. I mean, what they did was wrong.
It is factually correct.
Right? That's what they've done to not just you, but others.
Right. So I found out in time, I recanceled.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were complaining that last night they were trying to recancel and it wouldn't let them.
That is so shady.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is, I don't know, class action lawsuit shady. Like, that's bad.
Well, the funny thing about it is this is actually why I canceled MoviePass when I did. Because as we've been watching them, circling the bowl,
burst
awaiting
into flames,
the flush,
yes.
like all of that stuff, I have thought, like, dude, it would not be out of the question for them to just one night raise prices to $50 a month and just charge everybody that's still a subscriber. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but so does re-signing people up for a service that they canceled so that you can run their credit card again. Hello?
That is bad.
I know. So I caught it.
You should still keep an eye on your card.
I checked this morning to see if they had run my card, and they have not yet.
Just in case,
and
though.
I canceled again.
Yeah.
Though the weird thing is that I now have, even though I didn't get charged for it, I now have another month of MoviePass.
Don't fall for it.
I will
it's
not
a
be
trap.
using it.
Do not fall for it. Don't even touch it.
Shady times.
That's bad. I mean, because for some people, they're not as quick to act. So say they waited till today, or they're like, oh, okay, I need to cancel it again. They're getting charged again. And some people aren't standing up for themselves.
Shady, dude.
Okay, MoviePass.
So shady.
Just stop. Just go away.
No, Nikki, they're fighting for their life
They're
out
not
there.
fighting anymore. They're being bad.
Your morning, but without yelling, laughing, or music.
Don't deprive me of that.
We wouldn't dream of it. It's The Riot on Radio U.
I see that hand, Nikki.
I was just going to inquire, how are you feeling? That was
Fine.
a pretty big sneeze.
I had a couple of big sneezes.
Couple of big sneezes.
It's what I do.
We looked yesterday in Obi's history, and if you look back at this day in history, actually tomorrow, you had a start of a massive sinus infection.
It was, I believe, tonight that I went to. No, it started, and then tomorrow would be the day I went to the doctor, or is it today? Let's see if we can find out.
And then yesterday,
how do you find your Facebook history?
Obi started to not feel so good, and we were wondering, is it allergies or another sinus infection? And then thanks to Facebook memories, it's so funny to see how certain times of the year, almost to the day, things can happen to us. It's really weird.
You ready? Here you go. But here's where you get there. There's the pill.
There's the pill. Yeah, it's so 1 year ago. It is so weird.
And I have done some serious sneezing today, and I've had a runny nose. But it's not.
We're not worried.
Bad.
We're not worried yet. It's just very odd that
No big deal. What's everybody?
that it happens.
Just calm down.
What do you think you can do? You think you should I don't know, double up on vitamin C if you're going into a difficult time?
Well, but here, things are different, Nikki. Let me read this to you right here. Sinus infection. My entire face hurts. swollen glands, oddly painful, but no runny nose, not at all. I actually do remember that. Like, this is going to sound funny, but my teeth hurt.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, from the...
And that can happen. Like, you can get the kind of pressure, and it puts pressure on, like, in your teeth. It's all connected in there. And I remember, it's really weird, but, like, my neck got swollen and hurt.
That was a bad one.
Yeah, it actually was. I did two... Almost through. I thought I was going to end up to have a third round of antibiotics. Like we were still in the fundraiser, and I was on pills.
Big pills.
Horse pills.
Big ones.
It was something.
Okay, well, I just was curious since, during that song, you had a few sneezes. If you are doing fine or how you feeling?
You tell me. How am I doing?
You're better than yesterday, I think.
I agree with that statement.
But you seem like you're sneezing. That was more than yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with that, too. What's going on? You know what's happening? I'm not getting that sinus infection, guys.
And I also can't tell because you're wearing your glasses if you have glassy eyes. I can't tell.
I was for real kind of messed up yesterday.
Sure.
I was trying not to let you guys know, but it was happening. Just maybe I faked it yesterday and I maked it today.
And now you're better.
Maybe that's what happened.
Than you were yesterday.
Maybe that's what happened.
All right, well, let's just still keep an eye. No reason to not be cautious.
Yeah, the good news is I have so much going on for the next 2 weeks that it'd be a perfect time to get sick because I couldn't possibly rest and get better.
You couldn't even handle it.
Nope.
Which is probably why you were so sick last time because you're always busy at this time of year.
Could be.
And you can't get better.
You've got to hand it to Obadiah and Nikki. Anyone can eat junk food all day.
Where's my food?
But they've figured out a way to get paid for it. The Riot on RadioU.
Nikki, I'm going to read you this, and I want you to tell me what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Tia manipulated Ari to send Becca home. She then manipulated Becca into sending Colton home. And now she's manipulating Colton to send himself home. And she's also manipulating Chris into being her backup plan.
Is that like Bachelor or Bachelorette Love Island thing?
Bachelor in Paradise.
Is
Nikki,
it?
come on. Come on.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I win. What do I win?
Satisfaction of admitting to everyone that you watched The Bachelor?
I have never seen The Bachelor.
Ever?
But I've never seen it. But I promise, or I know better than to throw roses, because I do know there's a rose thing, to throw roses since there's a lot of people who enjoy it, and that's perfectly fine.
What if it's not?
Well,
what if it's not okay?
We all like different things, and if that's the style of show you like, then at least you have that.
I don't like your non-confrontational, non-judgmental approach to television.
No, I just know people are sensitive about it, and I like some silly stuff, and I don't like it when people make fun of my silly stuff. Not saying that that's silly stuff. Just saying. It's just, we should be nice.
No. You know what you need to do? You need to own it and get comfortable with it.
It's not my style.
The Bachelor in Paradise is stupid. And just say it. It's stupid, but I like it. So shut up. Boom. I can respect that.
That's freeing.
I can respect that. But when you're like, it's actually really good. And it's like, it's not. I mean, you like it, but it's not good. Like, it's not good. Just like, here's the thing I was looking at. Here, it's called Inframan. It's a sci-fi movie from Japan, 1975.
Whoa.
Here we go. The 10-million-year-old Princess Dragon Mom attempts to conquer the Earth with her legion of mutant monsters. In response, Professor Chang creates Inframan, turning a young volunteer into bionic superhero to save the world. Now, that's stupid.
And you know it.
And I know it, and I'm interested.
But why? It's such an old movie.
Because I own it.
You own it?
Not the movie, my feelings.
I was like, did you buy it?
My self-awareness towards these things. And that's why those of you that are like, no, it's still really good. It's so good. It's not. Just accept it.
I'm sorry, guys, that is how he thinks you sound.
Oh, that's what I hear. That's what I hear right there. And you're like, you don't want anybody to know.
We all, have our things.
Mm-hmm.
Our shows,
mm-hmm.
Our movies.
Okay.
These are just set in space, and yours might be set in a mansion with a bunch of people.
And mine are better than yours.
You're gonna say that? Some of your stuff's really weird too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it's a good weird.
It's a good weird?
Yeah.
Why is it a good weird? What makes it good?
Because I say it's good.
It's in space?
Because I say it's good.
Because you say it is.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So, Nikki, you need to get a little pig-headed about the things you like.
No, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
It's good. You suck.
You're
How
the
about
problem.
that?
I could never
You're
do
the
that.
problem.
Nope, can't do that.
You're the
and
dummy.
He's pointing. I don't even like pointing.
Yeah,
Stop
and
pointing.
Listen, you have to time the point too,
Yeah.
because what you do is you start the point near your mouth and like you're the idiot,
And then he
so it's like as you're
slides it
saying
right
you're,
out.
like the finger goes out.
And then you're just confronting somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Nikki, you're confronting him with truth.
In love? Is that in love?
Is it in love? You know what, Nikki? The truth is love. So when I talk to somebody about The Bachelor, I'm being loving. That's love. That's love is what that is.
Okay.
And if you need me to, like if you need to flip over to the CW, I can give you some love there too. Toll free, nationwide, 8772-RADIO-U.
He can help with a lot of networks.
Turn it up loud enough and your neighbors will call the cops. Because it's obviously a cry for help. It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
A pattern just played out and we didn't even notice it.
What was the pattern?
Okay, well, we started out and we were like, we think Obadiah might have a sinus problem. And 1 year ago, Obadiah had a sinus problem. And we talked about the horse pill and like all that kind of
Your
stuff.
antibiotics.
Mm-hmm. What happened right after that?
You talked about...
I told everyone how stupid they are for liking The Bachelor.
That and even if you have those feelings, sometimes when you don't feel good, those feelings come out.
I just say what I got to say.
You say it and you don't even stop. I think
Do you see a line?
I do.
Do you see it's not a dotted line.
No.
It is a direct causal link.
And I actually, it's not like I don't look for you to just be like, oh, he's saying stuff. Here we go again. You get not excited about saying it, but you just get this glint in your glassy eyes where you're like, here it comes. Blah! And it comes out.
I get
and
excited.
You're so sick happy with it. It's weird. I mean, again, you don't mean to be mean, but you're just having a really good time.
No, I think I'm enjoying being mean. I think but you're supposed to be in on the joke. That's the thing that I feel like people don't get a lot of times is that in reality, when I'm saying something that's so ridiculous, like when I say, no, what I like is better, that's supposed to be funny because that's so stupid.
But they can't tell because your delivery is spot on, or they can't see your voice or the glint in your eyes,
right.
Like I mentioned, of you just having pure joy with this.
So like when I say like what I like is good and what you like is dumb, I think that's hilarious because that's so stupid. But the reality is most of us think that way, which, again, is part of what's funny. So it's really a meta-commentary on commentary.
It's just too much. Someone's leaving the radio like, oh, my gosh. He's mean again.
He's mean, but he is right.
He's right, but he's mean.
Right. He's right. Oh, my gosh. Somebody get me some tissues.
Well, I don't know if you want to take an ibuprofen or something.
No.
It works well with you.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay. It's just a nice, friendly suggestion.
All right. No, I think I'll go get some more coffee and get revved up,
No.
That's what I need.
In fact, you drank a lot of coffee already. You want some water? Can we get you something?
I am getting some more coffee, but I'm going to be nice about it. And
How
you know
about
what?
mostly creamer? Small amount of coffee.
That'll just upset my tummy.
Better that than
everyone else.
than everyone else having an upset sick stomach.
The Riot used to be 3 people.
Please tell me we're not discussing video games again.
The other guy didn't make it. It's the Riot.
Man, doesn't this sound great? You sit down with your mom, and she's just like, here's my credit card. You can buy something you want on Amazon.
Shopping spree.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds too good to be true.
There is a little something that I should add here. You're 6 years old. Your name is Caitlin.
Aww.
And your mommy is letting you pick out a Barbie from Amazon for your birthday.
Okay.
So, fantastic, right?
Did she just go overboard?
Well, her mom sat right there with her and helped her pick it and, click on it and have it shipped and everything. And then she asked her mom if she could go on Amazon to track her package.
Yeah.
Which she did. And then Caitlin found out a little something else.
Now we can track more packages.
She went ahead and added to cart and added to cart and added to cart. And she found out that with Amazon Prime, for a little extra, you can get next day shipping.
So she did like the one click?
Oh, yeah.
And she bought more stuff?
She bought $350 worth of toys.
Who hasn't done that?
And there is the most spectacular picture of her standing next to a pile of Amazon boxes. Mm-hmm.
So what do you think you do with that?
Well, that's actually a good question. Her mom said she didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
One of the things about Amazon, if you have it, after they deliver something, if you don't open it,
you
can return to sender, and it doesn't. Well, as a Prime member, it doesn't cost anything. I don't know if it works that way if you're not.
Whereas
a Prime
sometimes,
or whatever,
like if you've opened it up and they're like, okay, you still want to return it, every so
often
you might have to pay.
Yeah. So that's a thing. But
it's cute.
She got to keep her Barbie.
Aww, but not the other items.
Didn't get to keep all the other stuff.
That's adorable.
It kind of is. And it makes me wonder if, if I were to have an accident with my station credit card.
What? No, it's because she's like a tiny kid that it's cute. If you did it, it'd be a felony or something.
Well, what if we played back parts of this show in which we were talking about potential sinus problems?
Well, you could pretend on it, or not pretend, but play it off because you're sick.
Like, you know what, guys, I wasn't feeling very good that day, and I just wanted to feel better.
I didn't know what I was doing, and I ordered all this stuff.
I was just having fun, and I didn't realize there'd be real-world consequences, so can we just send it all back?
People's big comment online was how much, this little girl resembles a scammer that you might have a chance to run into nowadays, and that she's just going to grow up into one.
I just love the idea of her being like, hey, I'm going to check my tracking on this. Like, this story is going to haunt her for the rest of her life.
Oh, yeah. And then if you look online, a lot of other people have been in this same thing.
Dude, I love this right here.
Family members ordering more.
So a bunch of tweets here. My son, during Christmas a few years ago, called Amazon in tears, and they let me keep everything and refunded my money.
Oh, okay, now that is a scam right there. Oh, my gosh, I could totally call for you. Be like, you just have to pretend to be a little son.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Here's someone named Ashley. She says, when my son did it, they offered to extend my Prime membership for an additional 3 months for free. He ordered $473 worth of toys and a white comforter.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, my gosh. He ordered a blanket.
We all need a blanket, no matter what age.
I think it's amazing. So there you go.
Joy says neighbor's 10-year-old son told Alexa to send him a case of dishwashing soap, and they got some. So, see, you never know.
I need a little accident in which I receive a stack of toys.
And then compassion on what the accident was to where you can keep them.
Yes, that. Let's go toy shopping on Amazon for a while. I'll be back.
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go!
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
How well do you know your lunch lady? Do you know the lunch lady at my high school named her firstborn son after me?
Did she? She must have been mighty impressed with you.
I don't think she cared for me that much. She just liked my name.
And so she just took it.
In fairness, I shared my name with a lot of people, even though it's not prominent now. There are certain times in history when a name like Obadiah would have been a great choice.
Just maybe, Dude,
my mom was a hipster. She was just like, yeah,
his name's cool with the name before that became a thing.
His name's Obadiah. You've probably never heard of it. So
people are fascinated because they're like, well, is Obadiah a radio name? Or
no. Surely
that can't be a real name. But then they're also like, but you wouldn't go with that for a radio name.
I was going to say, do you think that I would have chosen that name for radio?
It's not normally done.
I would be like, Josh Johnson. Or like, Mick Hunter. I don't know, something.
Sure.
All right. So here's the deal. We've got some lunch ladies, Nikki, which, they can't. You think they're upstanding citizens. They're your grandma coming in to help out at the school during the lunchtime.
I don't know if this is wrong, but I think I do remember a lot of times the lunch ladies were older, or the lunch people. Who am I to say? The lunch people were just older.
Okay, at my school, they were usually lunch ladies.
It usually was, but it was usually,
it's not always true.
Older women.
All right. Well, the thing is, my thought is they're like your grandma. That's what they made me think of. They're fixing your food, whatever. Well, guess what? Your grandma is a crook. She's a criminal.
They're laundering money.
This is the second one of these high-profile cases in the last few months. We've got Marie Wilson and Joanne Pasquarelli. Are they cousins? They're related somehow. They've been working in New Canaan schools, this is in Connecticut, for 15 years.
And no one knew they were stealing money?
No.
So how would you take it, though?
I don't know.
Maybe you would say like an order for food is so much money, but really it's not. And so you charge more or you're paying more and you're splitting the difference?
They don't actually, at least in this particular story, tell us how they were stealing the money. What we've seen is what Nikki said, where it's like they either overcharge intentionally or they'll ring up sales and pocket the money. So let's say that a standard school lunch is $3.50. You might pay them for that, but that money doesn't go in the register. It goes in their pocket.
Or like they're buying 2 tons of chicken nuggets.
Yep.
And they tell the county, this cost us this much money when really it didn't. And yes, that's the difference.
They work things out.
How much money do they get?
I've also seen people launder money using credit cards. That's a good one. The way they do that, and then you get the reimbursement check and you this, that, and the other. Yeah, definitely seen that. Actually, way up close and personal in a way that's not good. Not good. But we don't know how they did it, but they are busted. They said that they started this investigation. They think they've been doing it for 15 years, but they just narrowed it down to a 5-year window, and they estimate that they have stolen $478,588.
Just during that window?
That 5-year period.
That 5 years?
Yeah.
And they're getting paid?
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money.
Well, you think about it, if you break it down, if you cut the two of them, you cut it down the middle, that's $250,000 a piece across 5 years. That's an extra $50,000 a year.
That'd be fantastic.
That's substantial.
That is wonderful.
How do I get that?
I know, that could be really helpful.
Can you tell me how to get that? I want that.
And you know that if they've been doing it for years and years and years, like they thought they were good.
If you've been doing it for 15 years, you think you're good. This lady's 67 years old.
Well, she's going to have to go to jail.
You got to go to jail at 67?
Yeah, you are.
I
That's
know,
a lot of money. That's not just it's okay.
Every once in a while, she gave a kid a free nugget.
No,
all right.
that's criminal.
Wow, 67. You're going to end up in jail. That sucks. Like, how long? And then, if I was the defense attorney, I'd be like, you want to send this grandma to jail? Look how feeble she is. She doesn't know what the money does.
She just got away from her.
She doesn't understand. She thought that money was hers.
Oh, my gosh. You almost sound like a great lawyer right there.
I'm in.
That's how you'd make $50,000.
$50,000
extra on that.
Call me at my law firm, 877-2-RADIO-U.
You need something catchy number-wise?
I already have it.
They do like 1-800 free me now, something like that.
1-800-BELIEVE. Because I'm ready to believe you.
In you.
If you were offended or disgusted by anything Obadiah said this morning,
If you weren't so dumb, I might be offended.
you must be new. You'll get used to it. The Riot on Radio U.
So yesterday, I decided that it was time for me to part ways with a friend, cutting off a relationship, and I'm referring to my NVIDIA Shield.
Oh, yeah.
It's an Android TV box that I've been using for a little while, but I've just decided because of other things I own now, like, hey, I don't really need this thing, so I'm going to sell it, et cetera, et cetera. It's nice, whatever. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace last night, and I was so excited from all of the responses I got.
Now, I think I can tell by your tone that none of that was good responses. Facebook Marketplace was great for like a brief moment.
For a little while.
And I don't know what happened, but now it's not the same anymore. And Craigslist is still terrible, too. So I don't know what you're expected to do.
I don't know. I'm going to push it out to Craigslist, but I got so many offers for trades, and I didn't put trades not accepted in the listing.
Sure.
But
that's not always a Facebook Marketplace thing. Like, you shouldn't have to. Craigslist, yes. That, no.
I had a guy that was like offering me electronic things. I don't even know what they are. I had to Google them. I'm like, what even is this? I don't want this. Like, what? It was like an electric box.
Yeah.
That I would put in the house. Like, hey, I'm building a house. I got to get this main switch panel. Like, what? I don't want that.
Of course. Why wouldn't you accept it?
It was just odd. And then I had a guy that wanted to trade a PlayStation Vita for the Shield, which was like, we're like we're in the ballpark at
of
that
the price.
point. Like, yeah. But, man, it was weird. Then I had a couple of people that were like, hey, are you the guy from the radio? And I was like, oh, crap.
Man, I just want to sell this. I wish you didn't have to have it associated with your profile.
I know.
Because that's sometimes weird for us.
It is, but it's also the thing that I like about it is because it makes other people associate whatever the heck they're doing with their profile. And that's something that I actually like because it gives me a chance to see, like, hey, I'm meeting this person at McDonald's. Here, if I am dead, this is the person that killed me.
Here's his profile right here.
You can see it here. Craigslist is different. But Craigslist, I'll put this up, and people will be like, I'll trade you this toilet seat for your NVIDIA Shield.
No, they'd be like, I'll pay you $10. And then if you say it's worth more than 10, they'll be like, lies!
Yeah.
And they'll be mad at you.
Man, I sold a monitor on Craigslist, and that guy harassed me because I wouldn't sell it to him. And I mean, I literally had a guy harass me.
They try to break you down. So you're just like, here, take it.
Yeah. He emailed me over and over again, telling me how stupid I was, how I don't understand what I'm selling. I wanted on and on and on. And it was like, wow, I didn't even respond yet. You've already been nasty.
Made him mad.
Yeah, I just went ahead and blocked him.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Should I put no trades?
Yeah,
Nikki,
you should.
you're good at online sales. I'm here to learn from you.
No, I always put no trade, non-smoking household.
Non-smoking, that's a good one because it doesn't
pet-free,
stink.
So people kind of like that stuff too, especially with electronics.
So that means if you hold the controller, you're not going to be like, why does my face itch?
Why? Now I have an allergy.
And why does it smell like smoke in here?
That's usually the last 3 lines that I put on it. It's a closer. It's a closing statement.
Okay.
And just add it to it. It'd be better.
How do I edit this? I'll get back to you guys. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Good call, Nikki. Thanks.
You're welcome.
The Riot. Turn it down.
And rip the knob off.
RadioU.
I want to make sure I say hi to Jake. He messaged us on Facebook, Nikki, and he had a question.
Yeah, hey, Jake.
Do you think you can help him?
Oh, I can try.
He does say, hey, Obadiah, but that's both of us.
Oh.
He says, I'm looking for a pair of Bluetooth earphones. My budget is $150 and under.
Yeah.
Any recommendations? Now, see, when he said earphones, my thought was earbuds, but...
He wants the in-ear ones?
I think so.
Yeah. I saw Costco had the AirPods for sale for $130.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Aren't
they
deal.
Normally $200?
$160, $150.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, still $30 off.
It's technically in his window as long as he has an Apple, product.
Okay. All right.
So that would be my vote. I still love my AirPods.
Yeah. I would go with and here's the thing. It's almost shady. Well, not shady, but it may not be the best for me to recommend it, but I have had the Jaybird X2 headphones. We discovered that I'm now over the 2.5-year mark.
And man, he uses those.
I do.
I am even impressed that those are still around.
I mean, I use them 4 to 5 times a week. And they are
and you
doing.
Thought they were dead, but they came back?
No, they came back. I don't know what happened, but I just charged them and boom, they were right back to working. No problem. So, no, it wasn't the battery went dead. One of the ears was not working. But as soon as I put them through a charge cycle,
it fixed it.
It was totally fine. Yeah. So I am recommending the Jaybird X3, which would be the model that came after mine. So are they as good as the X2? I don't know that. But they don't sell the X2 anymore. So,
and you also have to realize it was a Jake.
Yes.
Jake, your headphones and your in-ears and stuff, they're very personal. It's very weird. What might work for us might not work for you. So it's not like it doesn't. It's not helpful because you can't go to the store and put them in your ears.
I know.
I wish you could, but you can't.
That's a tough one because I really would like to be able to try them on, and yet I don't want to try on a bunch of earphones that other people have done that too.
But I mean, everyone's ears really are different.
Chase in OKC just texted us, and he says the Trex Titanium Aftershocks.
Oh, are those earphones?
They are bone conduction phones. Have you ever seen those?
The ones that kind of rattle a little bit, so you feel
it
in your bones.
The idea is it rests on your neck or on your jaw, and it puts sound through your jaw. And so it comes at your ears from the other direction, so it enables you to hear around you. Mm-hmm. So if you pay attention to your new military movie, they'll always have that because they can hear their comms, but then they can also hear what's going on around them, kind of thing. So I tried a pair of bone conduction neck phones or earphones or whatever the heck they call them, and Chase, I did not have a good experience with them.
Again, it just depends. And I'm not sure how much those would cost.
These are $100.
Oh, not bad.
So
that's a shame when 100 is not bad. If not, find what you like, and then you can buy dupes of them with all the off-name brand ones and see if any of those are just good enough.
Yeah, that's also true. So, man, but I feel like the whole thing is headphones, earphones, like it's turned into a racket. Like we are willing to fork out money for a pair of headphones. So they know that too. And they're really glad that you are.
They got us.
They do.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the RadioU network through the RadioU app or at riot.radiou.com.
I didn't have time. There was no sausage time.